Hey guys, this is Savannah from earthandwater.co, and I am super excited today because this marks our 50th episode of the podcast entitled Align by Flow, which is hysterical because I just threw that together and I was like, this is good SEO words for who I'm trying to talk to. I'll figure out a name later. And here we are a year later, and it's still just Align Vibe Flow, which I guess is okay. Let me know what you think about it. But to mark this 50th episode and the excitement of a whole year in talking to you, I want to talk about consistency, which is one of my favorite subjects because, for one, it's how you get anything in life, and for two, it is widely misunderstood because I see people all the time beating themselves up because they're being inconsistent, and they know they need consistency to make their goals meet, but they have put consistency in such a tight-fitted box that they think that they're doing it wrong, and then they beat themselves up when they can't conform to these restrictions that are so extreme that nobody can conform to them, okay? So they're essentially beating themselves up for being normal and human, and if we're all normal and human, how can we make consistency work for us ever? And well, it's because we have the wrong outlook on what consistency actually looks like, okay? This is also a really good subject because it's the first of the year is when this is going to be releasing. And, you know, the first of the year comes with a lot of New Year's resolutions and hopes and goals and aspirations for the whole year that we have ahead of us, right? And so most of us have these goals that we have set at the beginning of the year, and now we got to figure out how to consistently try to meet them. Well, look, consistency does not look like doing the same thing every day or staying in the same routine every week, or hitting the milestone markers when you think you should hit them, or any of these other misconceptions that we have about consistency. Consistency just means never giving up in general, okay? So I need you to zoom out a little bit and look at not just your new year, but your life as a whole, okay? We notoriously overestimate what we can accomplish in a year, but vastly underestimate what we can accomplish in 5. All right? So, that being said, I need you to remember, be gentle with yourself. It may not look like you think it should look. That consistency and whatnot, progress and whatnot. We are here for the rest of our lives. What a concept. We are here for the rest of our lives. We don't know how long that's going to be, but we know it's probably going to be a pretty significant amount of time. And we get so stuck in the want it now, want it to happen now, want it to look like it now, want to be there right now, that we forget that life is a journey. And I said it like that because people have been trying to nail it in our heads forever, and we still forget, and we get distracted with our, squirrel. Not really squirrel. It's not really a distraction. It's more like misconception. We're short-sighted, and we need to be more broadly sighted. So instead of thinking, what you're going to accomplish this month or this year, you need to think about what you want to accomplish in your lifetime. Who do you want to be? What type of person do you want to be your whole life? If you're not looking to do it 30 years from now, it's not worth your time right now, today, Real consistency means choosing a path and coming back to it whenever possible, whenever you can. Working on your goals consistently throughout your whole life, okay? Because that makes it more manageable, that makes it more attainable. You don't want to work on it for a year and like press yourself into this consistent, every day you're doing this one thing, or every week you're doing this one thing for a whole year just to see very little progress, and then you lose hope and give up. Okay? You need to remember that the bigger the goal, the more time it's going to take to attain that goal. And consistency sometimes may have months in between or even years in between. But if years went by with you being quote unquote inconsistent towards the goal, and then one day you pick it up and start working on it again, that's consistency. If you go, sometimes if you've had like 5 3-month, 8-month breaks in between, but you just keep on trying and keep on trying, and you keep on picking it up, and you keep on looking at it, and you keep on thinking about it, and you keep on learning, and that is consistency, okay? That's consistency. Be gentle with yourself, because trying to squeeze yourself into this itty-bitty box of everydayness, or every weakness, or every monthness, it's too constricting to what life naturally is. Life is naturally inconsistent. You know, we kind of have some cycles that we go through, like the seasons of the year and whatnot, and we ourselves are also subject to similar cycles that come and go and fluctuate and up and down. You have to remember to fluctuate up and down, ride the wave with it, because being too constrictive with what you feel you should be at or should be doing is going to set you up for failure, because it's going to make it feel like you're not making progress, and you're going to start beating yourself up about it, and you know what? That's not helpful. So definitely be aware that things take a lot more time than you think that they take, okay? I promise. Especially lifestyle type things. If you have, well, not only that, like anything you want to build, anything you want to do, anything is directly proportionate. The time it takes to do that thing is directly proportionate in the value of that thing. And if you have spent the past 30 years going in one direction, and now you're trying to flip the switch on that and start traveling in the other direction, you're not gonna, if you've been traveling for 30 years north, and now you're like, oh crap, I've been going this way this whole time just because, I don't know, I was raised to go this way, and I've been going this way because I thought that's what I needed to do. But now I see that my goals and what I want to accomplish are south, and like 30 years south at that. You have to remember that you still got to travel, you know, and you're not going to get 30 years south within a year. This is one of the things I talk about most in my classes, because I have students all the time come in and they're like, I can't sit like that. I'm like, well, of course you can't. This is your first day. You've been sitting like that over there your whole life. You can't come in here and be like, well, I can't do that. Well, of course you can't. It's a practice. It's a journey. And it's a little bit at a time. A 1% change every day for a year is a 365% change in a year. But it's okay. Like 365%, that's a crazy percentage, you know? We only need 100%. And 100% is per year is a lot more manageable when you start thinking about it in terms such as that. So definitely be gentle with yourself moving forward. That's why people are always like, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. You see those memes where you got the little cartoon guy who's got a pickaxe, and he's got this long tunnel he's dug, and then he gives up, and right on the other side of the thin wall where he gave up was all of the diamonds and gold and all of the mining jewels and whatnot. Same concept, okay? We don't know when we're going to hit that gold, you know, that breakthrough, but trust that if you just keep going, it will eventually show itself, okay? You just got to be gentle with yourself and remember that these things take a lot more time than we think they should. And because of that, we need to make sure that we are picking the right goals. So remember, if you're not intending to be that person or do that thing or have that whatever 30 years from this point in day and time, it is not worth your time and effort to start working towards it. You got to think big picture, all, like, everything, just overall, what do you want to create in this life? Who do you want to be in this life? And then start making daily itty bitty teeny tiny super small choices and decisions and directional changes that will help you get there. You just chip away at it a little at a time, okay? Slow and steady wins the race. Trust the process, trust yourself, and trust that as long as you don't sit it down and walk away from it indefinitely, you are being consistent and you are fine. You are moving at your own pace, because we all have our own paces. And with situations and circumstances that life throws at us, it's the best that we can do is the best that we can do. So let me know what you think. Come visit us in the Facebook group. If you didn't know, I offer energy consultations, so you can schedule one of those with me if you want. Just reach out to me and we'll get all of the, just let me know if you have any questions, and I'm always around and available and easy to get a hold of if you want to. Take a deep belly breath, relax the face and shoulders, and enjoy a few minutes of meditation music as you contemplate your life decisions and whatnot. Namaste.